Let's get into this hamburger quesadilla recipe. Super quick and easy to do, super convenient to make, and it was delicious. So for my little hamburger quesadilla, I just used some sweet peppers. I cut up an orange one, a red one, and a yellow one. Because they're minis, and I just wanted it to add a little bit more flavor to my hamburger quesadilla. Now you can make this like a hamburger. So if you want to add lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, all the things like a burger, then you can do that. But I just made mine a basic way. I just chopped up some bell peppers. I did chop up a white onion as well. Trigger warning, I did rinse off my hamburger meat. It is not straight out of the pack, but if you don't do that, then it's cool. Mine was still a little frozen, so I just had to rinse it off. And this was ground beef, so it does create its own oil. If you're using ground turkey or ground chicken, then you want to add a neutral oil like grapeseed, avocado, coconut oil to the bottom of the pan, so that way it does not stick. Now, I was just going through chopping it up right here. I did not add any seasonings only because it was still frozen, and I will add that later on in the recipe. Now, when it's almost like when it's still cooking, you want to go in with your bell peppers and your onions, and then you could go in and add your seasonings. By this time, everything should kind of be chopped up. I just used some onion powder, garlic powder, and some hamburger seasoning. That's literally it. You do not need to overpower or over season this recipe with anything else because it's just a quesadilla and you don't want your stuff to be like super salty. This was only about a pound of hamburger meat, and I want to say I was able to make 3 like large quesadillas from this. So you want to continue to chop it up. You want to make sure that all of your meat is well done. I personally do not like any raw hamburger meat, but if that's your preference, then do what you want to do with that. But again, I just made mine like completely well done. I chopped it up, made sure each inch of that pan of the hamburger meat was completely done. No red meat over here with hamburger meat. But if it's steak, then that's different. But anyway, after you finish chopping it up, it should look like something just like that. And then you're going to go in and drain your oil. Now, while that was cooking, I went ahead and cut my tortillas into a smaller tortilla circle only because these were the large ones. But if you already have like the minis, or if you want your quesadillas to be this big, you could keep them big. I just wanted them a little smaller. So I went around and trimmed off the edges and just cut a circular shape in the middle as best as I could. These were about 5 tortillas, and I'm going to stack them. And then you can save the scrappings for it to make tortilla chips, so none of that is going to waste. Back to the hamburger meat, it should be done by this time, and you can use the paper towel method, which is just moving it to one side of the pan and using the paper towel to soak up any excess oil. Now, in a separate pan or that same pan, you can remove your hamburger meat, add you a little bit of butter to the bottom, and then stack your quesadilla. So add your quesadilla, add some cheese, add your hamburger meat, and then that's literally it. I did make a secret sauce that's going to go on the other half of the tortilla, and then I'm going to cover it up. But right here, if you want to add your lettuce or your tomatoes, anything else that you want on your quesadilla, that's what you need to do at that point. I added my secret sauce, my hamburger sauce, on the other side of the tortilla, flipped it over and pushed it down into the other one so that way it can cook on both sides. It's no time really. It's just about how crunchy or how crispy you want your tortilla. I want to say I cooked them on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes. One of them was darker than the other, but it didn't matter because I kind of like my tortillas crispy. And then I just repeated those same steps with other tortillas. So again, I added a little bit of butter to the bottom. I layered my tortilla with cheese. I added my hamburger meat, which consisted of the bell peppers and the onions. And then I put more cheese on top. I added my secret sauce to the other half of the tortilla. And then I covered it up, added even more cheese because this one was for my man and he likes cheese. And then I just let it cook. That's all you have to do. But again, you can have fun with it, layer it with it however you want to layer it with. Think of it as a cheeseburger. So whatever you want on your cheeseburger or your hamburger, that's what you would put on your quesadilla. It's the same thing. This is just a more fun way of making it. And do y'all see that? That's how I like mine. Then once it cooled off, I put it onto the cutting board and just cut mini like triangular shapes on it just to make it cute. Y'all see the cheese dripping off the side? Yeah. Then I had some of my secret sauce on the side, and that was literally it, y'all. We ate this for lunch, but it could be made for dinner. It does not matter. Super quick and easy. Cheeseburger, quesadillas, the right way, okay? But have fun with this recipe, and if you ever do try it, come back to this video, save it, favorite it, so that way you can reference it and always have the recipe. Talk to y'all later.